Elijah said blocking is kind of a way to only have your side shown and ignoring pushback from another side. Boy, that puts things in perspective for why we got blocked. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Avoid confrontation.
Get blocked. I was the first one to get blocked.
But here's my thing.
Well, because like he said, it avoids the opportunity to hear multiple sides. That person can only feed that one narrative at that time because we didn't have your side. All right. Yeah, what up, and what is up? Happy Resurrection Sunday, everybody. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Straight out here from the live. Live from the DMV. That's what we do, baby. It is me, your boy, Doc Ronnie Mac in the building. And I don't know what Trent got going on, but
Happy Easter, everybody.
make all that dang on noise over there.
Ain't nobody making no noise over here. What you talking about? I ain't even moving.
You was moving your head. I bought my head back and forth. And then Chris don't need no introduction, y'all.
What you need an introduction?
You don't need no introduction.
I do need an introduction.
No, you don't. You don't need no introduction.
From Etiquette, Maryland, we have Miss Chris.
Well, see, that's how you tripping.
Huh?
I'm not from Etiquette.
No, I mean, but you live in Etiquette.
Yeah, I do.
That's why I said.
All right, man. So, man, welcome everybody and happy Resurrection Sunday. Glad to see many of y'all out there, man. Glad for some of y'all to tune in, man. We contemplated whether or not we were going to do the show this week because of Easter and everything like that. But we ultimately decided to do it. So, hey, man, big shout out to everybody tuning in. Hey, man, going around the room, man. Virtuous Essence Candle Company, man. Make sure you hit them up, man. I got candles behind me on each side. You can check them out, man. That's just two of the styles that they have. I think I got Happy Hour and King, and the scents are like that. So make sure you hit up Dr. Regina Warren. Also, man, Soul Berry Sweet, man. Go to Soul.Berry Sweet on Instagram. Place your orders for all of your chocolate-covered strawberries. I was going to say edibles. Chocolate-covered strawberries and all that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
What was you supposed to say?
It's chocolate-covered strawberries.
Uh-huh.
They got chocolate strawberries, cookies, and all that stuff, man. Hey, man, check out Rock Bottom Music Group. Keith out there in Chesapeake, Virginia, man, does all our beats and everything like that, man. Big shout out to Keith, man. Keith has done a lot of great work, man. He's working on special projects right now. He's working on a project right now for the show. So stay tuned. That's gonna be like that. That's gonna be like that. All right, man. Look, y'all know, man. Hey, man, it's Resurrection Sunday, and the power in the spirit of giving.
Amen.
In the spirit of giving. Hold up. In the spirit of giving,
Yes,
you got to
Lord.
go to the Cash App down below and give $1 to comfortable
Amen.
being uncomfortable. Hallelujah. Amen.
Pay your tithes.
Hey, there it is. All right.
Pay your tithes to us.
All right, man. So, y'all, look, man, we always ask everybody to chip in $1, man, $2, man. Hey, anything you can do, man, helps, man.
$100.
Really appreciate it.
Whatever you got.
Hey, man, also, check it out. This month is celebrating our 1 year anniversary. Woo! 1 year. This month. This whole month, we're celebrating 1 year. And guess what, man? We are going to be doing giveaways during the show. And guess what? Also, you have a chance to be a guest co-host on this show. The topics are on the side. The ways to enter are on the side, on the screen. So all you have to do is go to our Instagram and our Facebook page. Make sure you like both of them, okay? And then you have to like and share the giveaway posting and also add it to your story and tag 2 people. We will do a live reveal of the guest co-host that we select randomly on April 11th on the show. But all of your entries have to be in by April 9th midnight, okay? All the entries have to be in April 9th midnight. So make sure y'all go and do that, man. And hey, like I said, you can be a guest co-host from your own comfort of your living room.
I'm excited. don't think people realize I was once a guest co-host as well.
That, Crystal, right?
Yeah,
Right? You was a guest
Mm-hmm.
co-host that popped up in here and every now and then. You know what I'm saying? You brought your little
yeah,
baby
I was a guest
cougarettes
co-host.
with you.
Her baby cougarin, baby cougarin.
Your baby cougarins with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was once a guest co-host. Never thought I'd be up here permanently. And that
Yeah.
was a year ago.
Yep, that
We
was a
neither.
yes.
I'm just playing.
All
Just
right.
playing, Chris.
But
All right, man. Check it out,
Uh,
man. Y'all know what time it is. Why we got Chris on the screen? Bang.
Looking like I'm from the deep. These no Cartiers. Pockets deep, 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 bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise, use a beat, bro. Whoa, whoa. I press the button and the doors go off like.
okay, did y'all hear about this congressman, GOP congressman from Florida,
trash.
Gates, accused of sleeping with a 17-year-old? And not only was he accused of sleeping with her, apparently there's a DOJ investigation going on into sex trafficking because
Oh,
apparently he there's some receipts that came up that he's been paying these girls, underage girls, to have sex with them and travel with him as well. So that falls under the realm of sex trafficking.
but you know they got the nerve to be out here talking about Pizzagate. You know, Pizzagate. But you
Yeah.
got this right here. Actual proof, actual receipts.
Well, that's part of the whole QAnon people. The whole QAnon thing is, there's a whole cabal of pedophiles in government. Well, yeah, they your boys. They your people.
He was a good ally of Trump, you know,
Hmm.
at one
What?
point.
What? And guess what? He was also the lone vote on the anti-sex trafficking bill that came out of the House. He was the lone vote
Oh,
no against
oh,
it.
mm,
Shocker.
mm,
Why?
So that
Shocker.
kind of speaks for itself on
mm.
yeah, what he's
Go
That
doing
makes
figure.
sense.
in
That
scores.
makes sense.
Nasty heifer.
Garbage.
You nasty
He's
bum. Like I
garbage.
never understood this, bro. Like check this out.
Hmm.
How you 40? He's 40 something years old, right? 38, 40. Either way,
Hmm.
he's over 21, right? But he's
He
30, 40
grown.
something years. He's 30, 40 something years old. What kind of satisfaction is a 17-year-old or anybody less than 21 going to do for you? Like, dude, really? Ain't he
Yeah,
engaged to somebody?
no.
Oh, he's
Well,
married.
no. Also,
No, I
no,
don't think
he's
he's
not.
married. He's engaged.
No, apparently. So he's got this, and I'm doing air quotes. This son, right? Who apparently has a father, but apparently is the brother of his ex girlfriend, and he apparently adopted this when he was 17, and he keeps bringing him up as his son when his son lives not too far from him. Like his real father lives not too far from him, and so people are like, "Why did you adopt a 17-year-old young male, and when he has a father, and he's the son of your ex girlfriend?" So people got speculations about that too. Look, this dude is weird, and I don't know what's going on with this brother, but he don't need to be in the public eye.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't need to be in the public eye. Speaking of that, little Nas X
Oh, mm.
in that Satan video he came out with, and
Mm.
I ain't even showing the video.
in the
No,
shoes.
don't show the video. No,
I didn't watch the
I
video.
didn't
Let me
either. But I don't want to.
so let me just say this while Crystal was trying to educate everybody on what's happening. Go ahead, Chris. I know what Chris. Go ahead, educate everybody what's happening because some people don't know.
So apparently he came out with a video of what's a song called "Call My Name," and in the video he's actually coming down the pole and giving this actor who's apparently Satan a lap dance. And then to go even further, he apparently this company and him collaborated on a customization of a Nike shoe.
He didn't just give him a lap dance.
Huh?
Let's be clear. He didn't just give him a lap dance.
Well, yeah, I mean, it
I
looked
don't think. I
like
don't
he
think. I don't think we
was.
got. I don't think we got to go into the, the
Yeah.
description
Well, I'm just
of
saying,
nature.
give him the full thing because it wasn't just no. It was more perverse than that.
Well,
And
it
I'm
looked
not saying
like
perverse. It was just it's Satan. Like
he was having sex with, the devil.
Satan.
Yeah. Apparently, they collaborate on the shoe, and we're talking about it's going to be released. But they didn't even contact Nike about this. They decided they were just going to do this on their own, and Nike's apparently put out a restraining order.
Oh, here go Crystal again with her computer.
Leave my
All right, so look, so look, real talk. All right, so I get everybody's frustration on this, and it sucks. This is Resurrection Day, and I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss a lot of Christians off. I know it, but we are some of the most hypocritical people out there, being Christians. And the reason I say that is because we're sitting up here judging this man because of what he did, for this shoe. And granted, I would never buy the shoe, right? I don't care about the human blood. I mean, whatever. I don't care about that.
That's the one thing that freaked me out. Like, out of all the things, the symbolism, the thing that freaked me out the most is that when they talked about it had actual like human blood in the dye. That's kind of creepy.
All right, hey, whatever. That's beside the point. But the fact of the matter is, we sit up here and criticize this man because of what he's doing for with these shoes and with this music video. We're the same group of people that attacked him when he came out and said that he was gay, right? Because they said, Lil Nas X. Yes, bro. Let me finish my point, though.
Which Christians?
Oh, I don't know. Steve and Tom and Jerry. I don't know. Let me finish my point. But here's the thing. We sit up here and criticize this man for doing what he's doing, right? Do y'all know the same company came out with the Jesus shoe? There's the same make and model of the shoe, the Air Max 97s. It was white and Carolina, like a water Carolina blue type color. It had holy water in the soles. It was blessed by a priest. Nike never came out. Nike had no idea what's happening. They were not contacted by the same company, and they did not file a lawsuit.
What's because it didn't blow up like that?
Hold on. All of a sudden, because of this, Nike's taking a stance. And see what I'm saying is, I don't want people to think that he's not a religion. No, I'm a Christian. But here's my point. We are so hypocritical. Why are we attacking one thing, and everybody's saying, well, it's because it's demonic, or all this other stuff. I get it, but God gave everybody a free will, right? He also talked about not judging people, right? Because who's the ultimate judge? God.
Jesus, God.
So how are we sitting up here on earth judging people and talking about we Christians? I just don't understand how so many people are so mad about this. I get how you're mad, but why are you judging? They're attacking this man, talking about I would never let my kids. He's not doing it for the kids, man. This man, y'all attacked this man because he was gay. He came out and said he was gay. He talked about the Old Town. Y'all, if y'all listen to the words of Old Town Road, you'll change your playlist for your kids. I guarantee you. But a lot of y'all don't think that because y'all think it's a nice song. I can groove to it. Y'all are some of the most hypocritical people out there, man. I'm just saying. That's all I got to say on that.
So
Go ahead.
Here's the thing, and I agree with you, Ron, that some of the most hypocritical people for sure are Christians. I get that. But everyone is very hypocritical on
I get that.
Either side of it, right? And I didn't hear the whole thing about the holy water thing, and it's probably because it didn't blow up as much as this. And the reason why
a lot of celebrities got those shoes, and the reason they didn't blow up because it was over $1,000. That's why.
Yeah, well, and that's what I'm saying. So ratings, revenue drives what a company does, right? And so the reason why Nike is now suing them, right, is because it blew up all over the place. And Nike feels like, well, there's enough backlash that we feel like we have to respond, right? And so that's why Nike is pushing back. It's because it's threatening their bottom line.
So let me ask you this, Trent.
I agree.
Let me ask you this, Trent. If let's say Muslims, Jews, and even people who don't believe came out and said they had this big uproar about these Jesus shoes. Do you think Nike would have said anything? Real talk.
Yeah, I want to answer the question.
I can't curse today. I can't curse today.
If it affected their bottom line, 100%. See, people forget they're not ran by these companies aren't running their companies because of moral reasons. They're running it because of their bottom line. If it affected their bottom line, you better believe they would have come out and sued.
Yeah,
They would have.
I agree with you on that, Trent. I think the thing that I agree with you on, Ron, is the fact that people have been very judgmental towards him, and not just to him, to gay people in general, saying that they're going to go to hell. And I mean, when he
pretty much put it out there,
much said, okay, well, if I'm going to hell, then I'm going to do what I want to do. And well, I don't know if that's what his thinking is, but I mean, if you hear over and over you're going to go to hell, I mean, and he embraces that, then how can people be mad at him when they basically said, well, because you're gay, you're going to hell? And I mean, that's the thing that gets me about religion, and the judgment to people that may not have the same beliefs or sexuality that other people have. I mean,
I don't think this backlash with this particular thing has anything to do with his sexuality. For the most part, I personally don't. This particular backlash, when he first came out as gay, and there was backlash, I understand that. I think the representation, I think, is where the backlash is coming from. I don't think this particular backlash is because he's gay. When he first came out, 100%, right? But I don't think this particular one. It's really the display that he put out that people are upset about.
But I'm not saying that this backlash is because he's gay. But I'm saying if you are a gay person and you're constantly hearing, especially from religious people, that you're going to go to hell for your sin of being gay, and that's really who you are. I mean, how would that make you feel?
Most gay people they're not accepting that they're going to go to hell. That's the thing. Most gay people aren't accepting all that narrative from people. That's not a real narrative that gay people are accepting. And so I don't think it has anything to do with that. I don't think he's just sitting up there and I'm gonna accept it because people tell me to. I don't think he's that type of person.
I don't know if he's accepting that, but I think it's because of the controversy of that from religious people and religious organizations toward the gay community that he is symbolizing that. I think that's the reason why.
I think he wanted controversy to
sell.
To sell. So people understand it don't matter who you are, what color you are. When it comes down to it in this country, whether you're an artist, producer, executive, or whatever, it comes down to money. It comes down to your bottom line. He put this out because he wanted controversy to be able to sell his shoes, and he wanted to sell money, and he wanted to sell his albums. That's what it comes down to. It ain't got nothing to do with his feelings toward Christianity or his feelings being gay or
that's what I said.
At all.
That's what I said.
He wanted controversy.
But
because we live in a society that it is controversy written now. This is the society that we are. People want that.
Yep.
That's where we are.
Yep.
That is true.
Yep. Yeah, good point, Trent. Good point. But I still hold true that we some hypocrites.
Oh, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
Like, bro, come on, man.
I agree with you on that.
I'm a firm believer that, hey, you believe what you want to believe. I'm not going to sit there and try to, tell you what's right and wrong. I know what I believe, and hey, I move on.
Because he don't affect anything over here. And if I had kids, I'll be like, okay, when it comes to my house,
just move on.
Just move on. My kids ain't gonna listen to him. But that's me, and that would be my family. You know what I'm saying?
See, the problem I have is everybody got to go to social media to be out there talking about, I won't be doing this. I can't support you now. Why you gotta voice all that?
Right, why you gotta say it? Just do it. You ain't gotta.
I'm sorry, I'm
It's,
eating, spitting all over the place.
yeah, that's your second bag of Doritos. Goodness
I'm
gracious.
hungry, bro.
Always hungry.
Go ahead, Chris.
So, sad story out of DC. We have a 13 and 15-year-old. I don't know if everybody saw this, but they apparently carjacked an Uber driver. I guess he was an Uber Eats driver, and tased him. And as a result of that, he died of his injuries. It's really sad. They actually have a video. I didn't watch the video. I couldn't watch it, but
Made me sick.
that was released. Apparently, they tased him, and he was trying to get away, and he got pinned, I guess, between the car and a metal fence and passed. And then the girls tried to speed off, and they crashed the vehicle. And some National Guard troops had to detain them until they were detained by police. So,
The sickest part of this.
15-year-old girls. It's crazy.
The sickest part of this is like if you. So you guys hadn't seen that video, but the sickest part of this for me that made me sick and angry was that after that happened, their callous reaction, right? Let me go and just like find his phone and let me try to walk off whatever and like no callous nothing like no I mean no it was this I'm like you look at them and it's just like yo you clearly just at least if you didn't know he was dead you at least injured this dude where he could be critical and the callousness of these girls man made me sick.
Yeah, I don't know what in their right minds they were thinking. I just it's not registering to me like why they would want to do something like this, especially at such a young age. They have their whole lives ahead of them.
Right.
And I mean, I know that people can be in really desperate situations, but
Can I say something?
yeah.
Forget all that.
Show.
Yeah, forget all that. So look, check this out. Everybody's showing sympathy, to include Mayor Bowser, is showing sympathy to these kids. Let me tell you something. We just saw yesterday a similar type of carjacking take place in Baltimore with some teenagers that actually killed the guy. Let me tell you something. These teenagers ain't like the regular teenagers back in the 70s and 60s and whatever
even
y'all
the 90s
were.
when I was growing up.
Yeah. So here's the thing. When people say, "Oh, we should just treat them as juveniles," we don't throw the book at them. BS. Let me tell you something. These kids knew what they were doing. This is not to conduct a criminal act as far as carjacking. It's not the first time you committed a crime. Okay,
right.
That's not going to be the first crime you ever commit. I guarantee you. You've had a criminal past. All right. So to say that these people are juveniles and they should be treated as such, that's blasphemous. Okay,
yeah,
because these kids, they knew what they were doing, and it's time to hold these kids responsible. Everybody's talking about the parents. You know what? I had to take a deep look at this because some parents do try, but we are so in tune with our peers and the pressure of social media and all this other stuff in society that we oftentimes deviate from the upbringing of our parents, right? So with that being said, these kids, they knew what they were doing. Treat them as an adult. And Mayor Bowser, shame on you and the Attorney General or the District Attorney, District Attorney
Racing or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Shame on both of y'all for saying that you're not gonna treat them as adults, because I guarantee you, their mind, their thinking, their thought process is that of a 50-year-old murderer as well. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're talking about age, I know, not this one. No, right. I don't take this one, because anytime you can hold a 12-year-old for going into their parents' room and pulling out a gun and shooting their little baby brother or sister as an adult, it happened before.
Yeah.
You can hold them as an adult, but you can't hold somebody who carjacked somebody who know they were doing wrong.
Right.
Get out of here.
And they callously want to walk off, which means they had no they had no feelings toward this person's life. You don't want these people. I don't care if they're kids or not. You don't want that on the streets.
Yeah.
That's callous. That you have a straight disregard for human life. Anyone that has a disregard for human life, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You're wrong, and yes, they should be tried.
Throw
as
the book
adults.
at them. Throw the book
Throw
at
the
them.
book at them.
I'm tired of this mess. They shouldn't see outside of a prison cell. They shouldn't see outside of a prison cell for the rest of their life. I give it to that 60 or 70 because I'm gonna tell you like this. They talk about, oh, how are we gonna give justice to the victim's family? This is how. You don't let them walk out at 18 talking about,
Right.
oh, now I can start my life over. No,
Right.
that's not
right.
how.
So
They would
5 years
never
later,
get
they
that.
don't walk out. Right.
They would never get their father back. They would never get their grandfather, uncle, brother. They would never get him back.
Right.
But they gotta live with the fact that these two people are back on the streets for 5 years. That's
Right.
BS.
Yeah.
That's BS.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. I mean, I do feel, somewhat like, damn, what in their life made them turn that way. But, maybe that's just how they are. I don't know.
See, the degradation of community, right? The degradation of family has really affected where we are in this country. And I'm not just talking particularly about this situation, just in general. Is where we are at right now.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, right? And I remember if I acted out in the neighborhood, a neighbor would tag me. There, and then bring me home, and then get tagged again by my parents. Or at school, my dad literally went up to the school and was like, "Y'all can do whatever. Put your hands on him if he act out, and then let me know. And when he come home, he gonna get punished again." There isn't that going on anymore. Parents now take children's side now for every case. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times when teachers are wrong and they need to be told that they're wrong and they need to be put in their place. Because there's some teachers out here also that shouldn't be teachers.
But
I
Trent,
say that.
Yeah.
But Trent,
But
back to my point earlier when I said we can't. I said it takes a step. You have to take a step back because not all parents are like that. And I'm not saying I don't know these kids. I don't know these kids' parents. And I don't know how they raised them. But what I'm saying,
I'm not saying all parents. I'm saying I'm putting it as a whole. I'm putting it as a society where we're at now as a whole. I don't know these kids' life. I'm saying the reason where we are as a society is because the degradation of community is gone and the degradation of family is gone.
Well, I think it's been gone for a lot of people. I don't think that has changed. Well, maybe. I mean, even when I was growing up, I didn't have that community where, if I did something, somebody in the community was going to punish me, even at home. I mean, I grew up in a situation where I was kind of like, in a way, I fend for myself for a long time when I was in my later teen years. And I mean, I could have been one of those girls, I could have chose that wrong path. But I think, as an individual, you also have to hold yourself accountable. And I did hang out with some pretty shady ass people that were doing some shady shit. And I could have easily went down that path. But at the time of my life, I knew my only way out was education and, trying to make something of myself. I didn't want to be, in that generational curse where I was never going to make it in life,
Yeah. All right. That's a crazy topic, but hey, man.
Yeah.
God bless to the victim's family. All right. What else we got?
So, good story. New England's Patriot player, Justin Herron, he actually saved a 71-year-old woman from sexual assault in a park. I guess he had went there. He was gonna do some maybe light working out, and he heard somebody yelling help, and went over there and saved her from, I guess, what could have been a bad situation.
Good Samaritan.
That's what's up.
Good Samaritan.
There was not a lot of coverage on that. What
Of
child?
course, of course not. That's not going to be
Uh,
not. They're not going to put it out there because it's not sensationalism, and that's the thing. Like these type of acts need to be more highlighted instead of the acts of I think it was New York on the subway where the black dude was beating up this old Asian man, and people just put out their phones and recorded instead of helping.
Mhm.
Like really, that's how far we going. But this stuff needs to be highlighted. That there are people out there that's like, all right, no, we're gonna put it into this. Like I'm not gonna put my phone out and video it. You know what I'm saying?
Your
It's not
first
hot. Yeah,
your first reaction should not be to video that. It should be to help. You know.
but that's most people's reactions now.
Yeah.
all right, well, that's around the horn with Miss Chris. Hey! All right, yo, check it out, man. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break from one of our Trent over there grooving and everything like that. So look, hey man, so one of the giveaways. All right, so look, one of the giveaways today. All right, and we'll do this before we get into our main segment. One of the giveaways today, if you can name, it's real easy. If you can name the first episode's title, drop it in the comment section. Tell us the first episode's title and the main topic. You will get a free Recovery Athletic t-shirt. All right. So there it is. Drop it in the comments. The first episode title and the main topic's name. Drop it in the comments. Whoever does it first will get the Recovery Athletic t-shirt, and we'll reach out to you. So look, man, the main topic that we're talking about today is we're talking about society and talking about social media influences. Well, Trent came up with this grand idea to talk about social media. Trent, man, take it away, man.
So I just wanted to go through. I've been seeing so much stuff going on, right? And somebody had actually posted out on I think it was Instagram, and they were talking about kind of like the rules or like rules and also uh, people's behavior, right, on social media, right? And so some people were like, when should we block someone, or when should we DM an individual or whatever? And so like there's this whole thing that I've been seeing a lot now on like Instagram and Twitter or whatever, like social media etiquette and stuff like that. And so I know like I only have Instagram or
Well, we
whatever,
all know somebody
but
that blocked somebody. We
yeah,
all know
but
somebody that blocked everybody on this
that
show.
that blocks somebody, right? We know someone someone that has blocked us. We have I've definitely blocked a bunch of people, right? But also, so this also goes into the whole thing with like the whole Deshaun Watson case, right? Where he's deleting DM messages that he sent to these like massage parlor, like these
Therapist.
masseuses, yeah, like these masseuses, massage therapists, whatever that he sent or whatever, and messages and stuff and things that he was like trying to settle with them, and he decided he wants to delete and all this other stuff. And so it goes, go into the whole thing of like how should people react, because social media is just, it's not going away anytime soon, right? And so like what is like the proper etiquette and stuff like that. It's just a curious thing of how far we've come, where like people only communicate now through social media. Like that is the means. I mean, I've got people who like if I FaceTime them, they freak out, right? Because they're like, "Why are you FaceTiming me?" Or if I or if I call them, right? If I call you,
Like, what
they
you calling
freaking
me for?
out. Why you calling me? You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
And so it's one of those things. Now everything is touched through a social media app, right? From dating, right? At
Hmm.
least where I'm from, or not where I'm from, but where I live, right? Currently in DC, everybody's on a dating app, right?
Yeah.
And you
90
got
Day
so many of
Fiance.
them, and yeah, and people don't know. But what I realized, and this pandemic has really helped. Really comes out where it's like people don't know how to socially react, and they have no social skills when it comes to just friendships in general, dating in general. I mean, there's been times where I've been on dates, right, where the person couldn't even look me in the eye at all, like their head is down.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean,
right? And it's
you ain't easy on the eye, bro.
dang, bro.
That's messed up.
Dang.
I just mess with you. I just mess with you. I
That's
just mess with
vicious.
you. I just mess with you,
That's
dog. I just
vicious,
mess with
man.
you.
Don't listen
But no,
to
like, I got like, and I'm gonna ask you, Crystal, first. You know, like, you got the experiences, whatever, where you've had these like social media issues and things
Right.
like
it.
that.
So I'm gonna actually say I used to be one of those people. So I'm naturally a, I,
Hmm.
I mean I think I do my best, isolated or in small groups of people. I'm not. I don't really tend to thrive in big crowds. I that's not my natural thing. But before, actually, even before this podcast, I mean, this podcast has allowed me to be more open up, to having conversations with people on a one-on-one basis, more in person and on social media. But before this, I was kind of like, I would take pictures. I would barely do any like lives. I was one of those people that would, talk to people on social media, but when they FaceTime me or called me, I would be like, I would
I
freeze up too. Because
so
I mean, I guess social media does make it easier, especially for introverted people, I think, to come out of their shell because there is still a barrier there, you
mm,
know.
good point.
And but it also opens up people who are, have issues and all, are kind of crazy to open up their little Pandora's box as well. So
Hmm.
you have to take that into account. But yeah, I think I was one of those people that was more, and still in a way, I am more comfortable talking to people on social media, even now, like having conversations with them, as opposed to in person.
Well, let's talk about blocking people because, like I said earlier, all three of us have been blocked by somebody. We all
Have
know
I
who that person is. But so real talk.
had to think.
Oh my bad, I pressed the wrong button. I
Wait.
pressed the wrong button. I
No,
pressed
but
the
you
wrong.
go ahead, keep hitting that though. I like that. I like that.
No,
Uh,
no, but real talk, real talk. You know, I think for me, if you have to block somebody, that means you can't just you don't know how to tune somebody out. And I get it. You
mhm.
know, people are gonna harass you and everything like that. But if they're not harassing you, you just don't like their comments. You don't have to look at it.
Yeah,
You remove them, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not one to block people. I very rarely block people. I haven't blocked anybody in a minute.
Well, I
But
take that back.
I'll say this. I'll say this. You know, if I don't like you, if I don't like some of the stuff you're saying or posting or anything like that, I just won't watch.
What?
I
What?
just won't look
Well,
at.
well, the whole blocking thing is like if it's like if you're sending straight direct messages and stuff like that, and there's like harassing, like those are cases for you just got to block people because you
Yeah.
got some cats that are just crazy. I mean, that like if they can't get a hold of you on your phone, they're gonna hit you up on social media.
Yeah, that's
They're
what
gonna hit
Elijah
you,
just
they're
said
gonna
too.
deem you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so like I'm good. I'm blocking you if you're gonna keep contacting me or about whatever situation. Like I'm good. I'm you done. And y'all know me. I don't even like dealing with social media if I don't have to. I don't like dealing with people in general.
Yeah, we
So
know.
like, you know what
I,
I'm saying. So if you gonna send me personal messages and you disrespect, I'm just gonna block you. I'm gonna report you and then block you because I'm that dude.
so I So I've never been the one to believe in blocking people either. I'm usually like, whatever. But recently I've had to block people because they be calling me at like 2 in the morning and I don't know.
Oh,
Oh
them,
yeah,
them
you said
hey,
that. You
them
said that a couple
babies,
weeks ago. You
them
said that a
Yeah.
couple
babies,
weeks ago. Yeah,
them babies
them
be
baby
hitting you up.
cougars, them babies, them
They
Them
don't
babies.
be no
babies.
babies. I don't know who they are, but they don't look like no baby.
Well, that's the
Maybe.
thing. That's the thing, Crystal. Like I know as a woman, you probably have experienced a lot of that, where
Oh,
well, a lot of guys DMing you and stuff like that. And I've
wait a
I've heard
minute.
stories of guys just like DMing, like they don't know this person, and that's also the issue, right? Like you got all like you got all these girls who now like posting all these TikTok videos, and like especially when like the whole busted challenge is, and I had girls who were like, oh, I know people that were hitting me up and I didn't know and all this other stuff. Like if you and there's also like a social media tag page called Overheard.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
So you got that right, and you got some other stuff whatever where they pull like people's DM messages and stuff that people say, like especially the things that guys say to
Well,
some of these women on
I
there.
mean, I get some crazy DMs, but the DMs, don't necessarily bother me because I mean, social media is a way to connect to people. So like if a guy comes in my DMs, I'm very nice to people, even if I don't know them.
If the
You know,
right guy come into your DMs, that's what you saying, right?
no, I'm not saying that. But I mean, if they're respectful to me, I don't see a need to be nasty. But if
Yeah.
you start calling me at 2 in the morning and you don't know me, or call me period and you don't know me, like that's kind of like, okay, I didn't invite you to call me, especially.
So you've had guys reach out to you randomly on direct message that you didn't know, and like
Oh,
hit you up and like try to ask you out and all this other stuff, and you was like, oh, he's nice,
all the time I get that. I mean,
but but you were
sometimes
like, he's
I'll
nice.
have a conversation with somebody. I mean, but it's not like, I think sometimes guys, in a way, if you do have a conversation with them, then they assume, okay, well, this is gonna go further. Um, when in actuality, I may just don't have anything to do at the time, and somebody hits me up, and I'll respond to them just because, I'm not a mean person, but it's
Mm,
sometimes people take that as, okay, well, she's interested in me. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm.
but I mean,
Well,
yeah, I've got some crazy stuff in my DMs. I mean, pictures and all kinds of stuff. So
Elijah made one strong point today. I appreciate Elijah coming in. If you didn't hear the giveaway, you got an opportunity to win a free Recovery Athletics T-shirt. All you got to do is name the first episode's title and the main topic. Put it in the comment section. But look, Elijah said blocking is kind of a way to only have your side shown and ignoring pushback from another side. Boy, that puts things in perspective for why we got blocked. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I think
avoid
I was the first
confrontation.
one to get blocked. I was the first one to get blocked.
But here's my
Yeah,
thing.
well, because like he said, it avoids the opportunity to hear multiple sides. That person can only feed that one narrative at that time because we didn't have your side. So
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing, right? You got people. The thing is, you got people on Twitter, right, or on Instagram, where they bold and they say whatever they want, but they won't say that joint to your face. My thing is, be real. If you're gonna talk racist to me, you know what I'm
talk
saying?
racist.
Yeah, I know
A lot of people
that's my
do.
country coming out. If you're gonna be racist to me on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Then all right, cool. Hey, you know what? Meet me right here
Right.
because most of these people ain't gonna say it to your face.
Yeah.
But that's
People
what I'm
have,
saying. It gives people a sense of boldness because
yeah,
you have that
Yeah.
extra barrier. You
yeah.
know?
Yeah. That keyboard. That
Yeah,
keyboard barrier.
these keyboard warriors out here that think they can say whatever they want to, they ain't gonna say it to your face
Nah.
because
But
most people
that's
are
like
that way.
yeah. That's
Most people are most people ain't about that life. First of all,
step
so
to you.
social media gives them a reason to fake like they about that life.
Right.
They
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Well.
that's true.
Well, speaking of about that life, man, do we have a special say what moment, man? Now, I'm going to tell you this. Before we get into it, I'll let y'all know that it's very, a lot of cursing in this video. So forgive us for that, all right? So stay tuned.
For the right, yeah.
It's my say what of the week. Say what?
Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all.
Frozen.
H6 all the hate.
All right, so, man, going all the way out to Alabama, man, I think it's Tarrant Fire Chief. What's his name? Rickles. That's some name. So apparently he was selling his property for a farmhouse for $925,000. And there was a real estate agent. I think her name was Regina Lee of Palmer House Properties. And she brought along a camera guy, Dwayne Clifford Bodie. He had his own videography company or everything like that. And apparently they showed up to the scene only to be greeted by the owner, who was an angry, so what, you know what, let's check it out.
You see, this the fucking bullshit I gotta deal with. Cracker motherfuckers, I'm on the job. Motherfucker,
why you gotta be racial about it?
Cause you pulled a fucking gun on me.
I thought you pulled a gun on me.
You pulled a fucking gun on me, jumped in my car, and broke my fucking camera.
Well, all I know is I walked up and you pointed something at me. I thought
You walked up to my car and pulled a fucking gun on me.
I was sparing my life, sir. It's my house.
That's how they do on the news, right? And I'm not even near your fucking house. I'm in the street. I'm not even in front of your house. I'm not in front of your house. My car is right here.
All right, so anyway, what you see right there is like some of the video. Like I said, forgive us for the content, the language content there. But again, this guy, Jason Rickles, I think is his name, Jason Rickles. He was the owner of a farmhouse in Alabama of $925,000 who had put it on the market, and he hired the real estate firm to come out. But I guess because he saw who they were, he asked the camera guy what he was doing there. He told him he was there to take some photos. The camera guy took his camera out and showed him his camera, and he grabbed the camera, threw it on the ground, smashed it. And then, as you saw from the video, he claimed that he was in fear of his life. Now, when are we going to get past the fact that is the and granted, the Rickles guy, the guy that pulled out the gun, the individual that pulled out the gun, the fire chief, he's facing charges. The police, gratefully, the police showed up and said we're not believing half of what he's saying. The real estate agent had the right to be there, and so did her photographer.
Man, this dude's gonna get off. It's Alabama.
Might not, but even still, he's been charged.
Well, thank goodness for that. That he's been.
But how many times people gonna use that old narrative? I was in fear for my life from a camera.
Well, those are racist people. That's their narrative. That is their narrative, right? That's why there's so many Karens, because Karens look out 3 blocks away and they see black people. They're like, I fear for my life, so I'm going to go and confront them and say something to them. But you're afraid of them. And this dude has said, I was afraid for my life, bro. How is you? Did my man threaten you? If he just came up
he was cursing up a storm though. He was hot.
If he had a gun pointed at him, he had every right to be fucking pissed off. I would be the same. He came there to do a job, and in turn, it got threatened. With his life. Like, who wouldn't be pissed off?
See, man, some of these racists they just need the tables flipped on them. All right, cool. You want to put a gun at me? All right, I'm gonna put 2 in you. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of this, man. We need, people need to they need to be held accountable.
Yeah.
I'm done. People need to get, we have let way too many people off for the reactions, bro.
Yeah.
You still got this piece of trash, George Zimmerman, walking around. How he's still walking around it just mind boggles me.
Yeah, that's the truth.
People need to be held accountable.
Go pull up on them, Trent. Go pull up on them, Trent. Go pull up on them.
I ain't going to Florida. They'll pull me over in a minute in Florida. Oh, he looked like he gonna do something. Look, there's places I don't go. I'm sorry. Trent don't go to Florida.
Yeah, so needless to say,
I don't go to Texas unless it's Austin.
Austin's nice.
Definitely ain't going to Alabama. I've been to Mississippi a couple times, but that was only for Air Force training. I enjoy myself, but I ain't never going back. If I go to Georgia, I'm going to Atlanta. There are certain places Trent ain't going. I don't even do. Hey, there's places 15 miles outside of DC. I ain't going.
He going on a rant right now.
15 miles outside of DC. I ain't going. I'm sorry. There's just places we don't need to be.
All right. Yeah.
Or living.
All right. So that's to say what. Go ahead, Crystal.
That's a shame that you have to limit where you go. Because of situations like that.
This ain't their fault. They were hired to be out there and put the listing up there and take videos. This guy, he got scared. He didn't like the fact that 2 black people showed up. It's in the story. Hope he gets what he gets and is convicted of his charges. All right, so that was to say what, man. Look, man, we got a very special confession letter coming up. That's gonna, I guess it's gonna kind of play into some things. Maybe Crystal can help him out. I don't know.
Some problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. A phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Why you be all on my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a nigga who lying for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double my...
Are you alright, dog?
I was feeling that. My bad. I was feeling that.
Oh, your face was ugly right there.
I know, right? That's my.
All right.
All right. So, confession letter for this week. Here we go. My confession for you guys is I'm in love with my roommate and not my actual girlfriend.
What?
I've had a female roommate for about 2.5 years now. She's seen me at my high and lower points in life. Sometimes she is a classic wing woman getting me hooked up when we used to hang out pre-COVID. I've been dating my girlfriend for a little over a year now, but she has big problems with me having a female roommate. Rightfully so. One night in bed not too long ago, I called my girlfriend by my roommate's name. She was furious and has this thought that I've done something with my roommate. That couldn't be further from the truth. However, I have reserved feelings for my roommate. Should I risk it all and tell my roommate, or keep my relationship and find a way to separate the two so I can focus just on her? I don't mean to laugh, but
Crystal, what you think he should do?
Well, it sounds like he's feeling a roommate, so I say risk it.
Risk it all, baby. Yeah, risk it all. Risk it all.
And I say that to say,
shoot your shot, player.
If you ain't feeling your girl, you should definitely end that relationship and focus on, your roommate. But don't try to, go behind your girl's back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying,
he seems like he's very respectable. I mean, he said that he's never done anything. Okay, there go your computer again, Crystal.
Don't name my back. Okay.
Bling. He said he hasn't done anything with the roommate. And he's trying to, he's been with her for 2 years. He's been with his girl for a little over a year. He's all trying to be all about her, but he has feelings for her. So of course, he's been around. He's developed feelings. Like he's been around her. He's talked to her.
He said he's in love with his roommate.
He developed feelings. I mean, you could.
No. There's a difference between developing feelings
but
and being in love with somebody.
Yeah, like if he's in love or he's lusting for his roommate.
Yeah, that's a good question.
There's a fine line, and
there was no fine line. He said, "I'm in love."
No, but I'm saying
he did say that. He did say that.
He did say that, but I'm saying some people don't know the difference. Yeah. Some people there is
so
he knows the difference.
So Lenny Wood said he's banging a roommate for sure. So I do y'all think because he says he's in love that he has some kind of relationship with the roommate?
No, I don't.
No,
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
But
that's what I'm saying.
I think it's not fair to his girlfriend, right? If he doesn't love his girlfriend, he's in love with someone else. He just needs to end that with his girlfriend. He needs to just be honest and just end it. And get with and then shoot your shot with the person you love with. There's a difference between being in a relationship with somebody that you like and you like kicking it with, and being in love with somebody. There's a difference, right?
Yeah.
There's a difference. So if he's not in love with his girlfriend and he's in love with someone else, he needs to end it with his girlfriend because that's not fair to her. For her to be in a relationship not knowing that you're in love with someone else, that's not fair to her, right? So he needs to end that, and then shoot a shot with his roommate.
Yeah, that's what
I feeling the same.
That's what I am saying. But here's the caveat: once he does shoot his shot with his roommate, and they don't, it may not work out. I mean, you don't know. But
that's a chance you got to take.
That's why I said
that's a chance you got to take.
Yeah, he should risk it because you're obviously you know, if you're in bed and calling out your roommate's name to your girlfriend, I mean,
Yeah, that's not fair to her.
you don't wanna keep doing that. You don't want to
be careful. Be careful from assuming, because he said he was laying there, he was in bed, and he said the girl's name. So we can't assume that they were, doing something.
I didn't say they were doing nothing.
You said calling out. So I mean, that can imply different things. So
well,
be careful to assume.
I'm not. I didn't assume that, but I mean,
Either way, it's wrong. Either way, it's wrong. Both
exactly, it's wrong. You don't need to be with that girl thinking of another woman. You need to let her go find who she truly, who she should be with. Somebody that's going to be all about her, because you're obviously not all about her. And I mean, you may have, your roommate may be the one. I mean, most great relationships, I think, are built on friendships. And if y'all had this friendship and developed this friendship before, you started having these feelings for her, maybe that's who you need to be with, So I say risk it all. Leave the girlfriend alone. Let her
end it with your girlfriend and risk it.
Yeah, and let her find somebody who's about her, and you go be with the person you want to be with.
I think Thanos just came to your hotel room and is trying to take you away, Crystal, because your video went choppy like a mug.
Yeah,
she about to get hit with that blip.
Yeah, blip.
Maybe I need to restart when we come back for the show.
Yeah. So speaking of, yeah, man. So hey, man. Hey, real talk. Hey, player. Best of luck to you. Hope you figure it out. Whatever you do, just do it. Anyway. All right, yo, that was good, man. Hey, Crystal, Trent, everybody, man, we appreciate you, man. Hey, we are not going to let the conversation continue today because it's Easter Sunday. So people got to get out there and do their things and everything like that. So man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Man, I already ran y'all's stuff at the bottom of the thing. So Crystal, they got your contact information. Trent, they got your contact information. And guess what, man? Y'all can catch me at DocRJ. .5 on Instagram. You can catch me on Twitter at RJSpeaks100. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at comfortable2uncomfortable.talk, and also hit up our Instagram at comfortable2uncomfortable.talk. Hit up our YouTube, Comfortable Being Uncomfortable, the podcast. One word. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and go to our website, www.cbupodcast.com. Hey, man, nobody won the giveaway today. Oh, well, so be it. We'll run another one next week when we come back at you live Sunday, 2 p.m. Peace, love, and happiness. Treat each other well, man. We out.